how are you? My name's Samantha and this is day 4 of my Christmas in July vlogs. I'm very late in recording today. It is, what time are we on? It's almost 9 o'clock. It has been a very long, very stressful day. My 11-year-old had his transition days into high school today and tomorrow. So today being the first day, he's very stressful. So, you know, we've been dealing with that. He had mixed reviews. He's not too sure about high school at the minute, but I said to him, tomorrow everything will be more familiar and you'll probably have a much better day tomorrow. But also on top of that, he's away this weekend because he's in his last year of primary school. They do like a school trip thing, and they take them away for, it used to be for a week, but now they leave on Friday and they come back Monday afternoon. And it's just one of these places where they do lots of team building exercises and activities, and they're camping, which he's never done before. And I know there'll be a lot of people that are like, how's he never been, because we just haven't been camping. I used to go camping a lot when I was younger and I used to love it. Their dad is not a camper, really. He's more of a hotel guy. So they've never been camping. So it'll be an experience for him. So we've been trying to sort everything out for that this week as well. And today was the making the final list. So I just need to go tomorrow and pick up the last few bits. He's going to have his final transition day tomorrow. And then we'll have oh no, they've got sports day on Thursday as well. So we'll have one day of kind of rest, and then he's off for the weekend. So fun. So I'm having to find things to entertain my 8-year-old because he is my 11-year-old's little shadow. So he's going to be very lost without him. Right. 2 minutes and I'm not even talked about anything yet. So I haven't got as much done as I normally manage to get done, but I've got some things done. I did, of course, do my 8 rows. We have a Santa face, and I have started on the second colour. Right, okay, ooh, there we go. Santa face with his little bubble in his hat, and we have started in onto the new colour. Thankfully today's rows were super easy and I managed to get through them at a reasonable time. If you've not watched the rest of my vlogs, this is the HoHoHo blanket that was a Cal last Christmas. I bought the pack then. I'm only just getting around to doing it now. This is what it will look like when it is finished. It's by Rosina Plain, and you can get it on Ravelry. It is £7.95 on Ravelry. It's a very, very in-depth pattern, 40 odd pages, lots of pictures, lots of explanations. It's overlay mosaic crochet. So if you've never done it before, it is a good pattern to start on. You can do it in, there's like lots of different colourways that you could do it in. It also comes with patterns for the placemats and the table runner. And see, there's some more colourways. And there's a monochrome one somewhere. There we go. The monochrome one actually looks really nice as well. So that's done with the darker ones are kind of variegated. So yeah, you can do whatever colours you want. Because it's in sections, it's also a pretty good scrap buster. So well worth the pattern. So, oh, where we go? Yeah, that's me. Done my 8 rows on that. I really want to try and start doing more than 8 rows so I can get it done sooner. It's so squishy. If you want to see the back, it looks like that in the back. You can kind of vaguely see the Santa face, but only just. It's like one of those weird things that you get at the opticians. You squint your eyes and you can kind of see a picture. That might just be me. This is the rest of the colours. We have fuchsia purple, and the white is the main colour. Fuchsia purple, Aspen? Yep, Aspen and Empire. Aspen is the one that I've just started on. So yeah, getting on with that. Still very much enjoying it. And yeah, it's fun. The second one, I'll show you how much I've done. We've done this. And we've done this. He does have 2 eyes. He did have 2. Yeah, he still has 2 eyes. Can you guess what it is? Christmas mouse. This is a designer who did like you know how sometimes designers will do like a big massive multi-pack of all the patterns for a certain price. Well, this is Christina Marie. She has got a lot of patterns, and I bought a big massive bundle of her patterns. This one, if you're buying it on its own, it is $4.50, which is £3.72. It's on Ravelry. And there we go. That's him from the back with his little tail. And so far I've done the body and I have done the head. This is just using up bits of like scrap DK that I had. I don't have a clue what this one is. This was just a small ball of grey that I had. This one is Aldi yarn. They do the 4 packs of DK. This is rose red. It's rose red, but it's not like a bright red. It's a kind of soft pinky red. I don't know. I mean, it's looking pretty red on there. And this round here is James C. Brett Flutterby. It's chunky, but because it's like the fluffy polyester stuff, it works pretty well on there, I think. And then you just attach the head, like this is done in the front loop, and you attach the head in there. On the pattern, it has you like, I don't want to say too much because it's a paid pattern, but it has you do like a certain amount of stitches here, and then you attach it onto there, which, you know, that's not giving anything away. That's a pretty standard thing to do for amigurumis, except the number of stitches that it tells you to stop with here is not the same as the number of stitches that you have here. So I have changed it slightly so that the stitches match up so that I can sew it together more evenly. The other thing that I've changed is when you're doing this, you're supposed to have a black band around the middle. And I decided that I wanted to make it separately so it's 3D rather than just part of the costume. So I need to remember to do that at the end when it's finished. But other than that, the patterns are always really well written. They're worth buying. And it's super cute. I mean, who doesn't want a little Santa mouse? And I probably mentioned before, I collect Santas. I love Santas. So that's going to add to my little Santa pile. Let's see what else I've got. My sock. I've done a little bit on it. Not a massive amount. I think I've done maybe... I can't even remember because I didn't put a stitch marker in. But when we were waiting at the school today, that's the only time I've had the chance to knit on it. Because we had to drop... The two schools, the primary school and the high school, are right around the corner from each other. So we had to drop off my 8-year-old at normal school time, which is like 25 to 9 they go in at. But then my 11-year-old didn't have to be in high school until 9:30. And because it's only a 5-minute walk, that meant a bit of waiting time. So I went up and I stood with him for a bit until all his friends turned up. And then I was like, do you want me to stay or do you want me to go? And I said, like, stay for a little bit. So I stayed for a little bit, but then like a lot of his friends turned up and a lot of them didn't have their parents with them. So I was like, do you want me to go? And he's like, only if you want to. So I will stay. I will come in the classroom with you if you want me to. But also, if you want to be with your friends, I'm not going to be upset if you say that you want me to go. And he's like, well, I've got a lot of my friends here now, so and I'm okay if you go. and that was about maybe 9:15, so I had about half an hour of knitting time on this, which, you know, everybody's used to me knitting outside, and I'm always knitting when I'm picking the kids up, and I have done ever since I started that school, so nobody really bats an eyelid at it anymore. And I did say to him, like, is it okay if I get my knitting out, because it's a new school, you know, there's going to be new people there. And he's like, yeah, go for it, everyone thinks it's really cool that you can do that. I'm like, fair enough. So yeah, I got half an hour of knitting on that, so that's pretty much all the knitting time I've had today. And the last thing that I've been working on is a little bit of embroidery. Oh, there we go. Just ignore the bits at the back, I've not cut my tails off yet. And that is from this book here. I have a few of these books. I've got the Christmas one, I think I've got a spring one, a summer one. I think I've got another one as well, but I can't remember. But these are all, like, at the start of the book, it's got all the patterns just like this. And I've never actually made stuff out of these books before. But see, they're all... They've got a blank page on this side, which there's some books you get, they make the rookie mistake of they will print on both sides of the paper, and then when you put it up to your window or your light box or however it is that you trace your stuff, then you can't really trace it because you can see the pattern on both sides. So the good thing is that these patterns are just on one page. The bad thing is you can see these lines, they look quite dark on there. They're not actually that dark and that thick. So, Lil, what are you doing? She's trying to get her teddy. She's pushed her teddy underneath her crate and now she's trying to rescue it. So, anyway, yeah, it's that little one on the front, actually, that I'm doing. And it's just from, I have an almost full set of DMC, but I have this, which is just full of odds and ends and scraps and bits of threads that aren't DMC, and I just use this for small projects. And when you're doing embroidery, it's quite nice sometimes just to have odd colours where you can weave in single threads just to give it a bit of depth. So this is just the first layer of the brown, and then actually I'll add some more onto that. This is just a bit of scrap cotton that I've got. This, you can sort of barely see, you might not be able to see it on here, but this had a little bit of another embroidery pattern on it from before, because this was on me not paying attention. I was using an iron-on transfer and this was sitting underneath the fabric that I was trying to iron onto. I didn't realise it was underneath it. So it's got a little bit of a pattern on it, but you can't see that on the bit where the robin is. So yeah, just using up a bit of that and say just scrap threads, and hopefully it's going to come out quite cute. And it's just a nice little, it's not like cross stitch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love cross stitch. But cross stitch, you have to be counting all the time and you have to be paying attention to what you're doing. Unless you're just like filling in a section and it's all one colour or something like that. For the most part, you're counting a lot. Embroidery, there's no counting. It's like colouring in, only you're using threads. So it's nice and relaxing to do. Right, that's everything I've been working on, I think. I just want to show you these as well. I got these through the post. I'm going to turn these into little stitch markers, I think. They're just a little, I'm trying not to rattle it about too much. It's just a little selection of Christmassy things. So I'm going to make some of them into stitch markers, and I'm going to make some of them into like zipper pulls on bags and things like that. If you've seen my Instagram this morning, I put a nice little pile of things saying this is what I'm choosing from today, and I don't think I've actually done any of that. Oh, actually no, tell a lie, this book might have been on there. but tomorrow's going to be another busy day because I'm going to have the same palaver with the school, but also I need to go shopping. And in order for me to go shopping, that means I need to go to my ex's house to get the car, go and do my shopping, then come back here and then take the car back there and then come home. So, I mean, it doesn't live far away. It's about like a 5-minute drive, but that equates to like maybe a 20-minute, half an hour walk. So it takes up, just all these little bits of things take up chunks of your time. So tomorrow might be a late one as well. But I will see what I can get done in the meantime. Right, I'm going to go and I will speak to you all tomorrow. Oh, I don't think I'm going to do my weekly podcasts. I think because all I'm working on is Christmas stuff and I'm showing my Christmas stuff every day on the vlogs. I think just for this month, I'm not going to do my weekly podcasts because it would just be showing the same stuff. So, yeah, I'll start them up again in August. I'm also thinking about doing daily vlogs for September and do a spooky September, just so that I've got all of the Halloweeny stuff ready for October. Because we like October. That's like the two main things that we love in this house is spooky Halloweeny and Christmas. Because we don't do Christmas, we do Christmas. So yeah, super excited about that. So yeah, I will speak to you tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. Right, bye bye.